Hey everyone, it's the Key Gamer. After 9 years in early access, Tower Unite has finally hit version 1.0. To help any new players, I've put together this beginner's guide to tell you everything you need to know to get started. This guide is up to date as of early May 2025. If there's anything major I missed, it's hopefully something the game already tells you about, like controls or something you can easily find by poking around. Tower Unite is Pixel Tail Games' official successor to Gmod Tower. It's a big online social game with tons of minigames, your own customizable condo spaces, and more. It costs $20 USD on Steam for Windows only, but has been seen going as low as $12 during the 2024 winter sale. Tower Unite has zero microtransactions, everything is earned in-game, there's no trading either. However, you can throw some extra money at the devs through the supporter packs available as Steam DLC, or the Pixel Tail Games Patreon, which will all give you some extra cosmetics. Supporter Pack 1 also gives exclusive speed shoes, but they don't give any advantage as they're disabled in minigames. Into the game itself, I highly suggest poking through the settings first, you can set the controls you want. You might also need to turn down graphic settings depending on your machine, but if you got a powerful enough rig, then feel free to crank them up. There's also a number of content-related settings, such as disabling blood and gore, disabling vomit effects, and an arachnophobia setting that turns the creepier spiders into featureless blobs. You can customize your appearance in the appearance menu, change the colors and outfit of any of the default player models, or grab a player model from the Steam Workshop to be anyone you want, at least those who have the model made. You can also add accessories like hats, glasses and goggles, neckwear, backwear, particles, and more, but you'll have to earn or buy those in-game. Let's hop into the plaza first. This is the central hub where you can easily interact with other players, play minigames, and buy items. To buy stuff, you'll need units, the primary currency. You can earn them from playing minigames in game worlds, unlocking achievements, and selling sellable items. There's a few items you should buy as soon as you can. Head to Rob's Imports by taking a left at the top of the escalators and buy a jetpack, which will let you fly. Open your hotbar and drag the jetpack from the tab to one of the slots on your wearable hotbar. Also, head to the lighthouse near the boardwalk and either enter the door or fly to the top to shop at the Stray and buy a metal detector. You'll need this whenever the Treasure from Sea event happens in order to dig up treasure chests on the beaches. To equip tools, toys, and weapons, drag from their tabs into a slot on the weapon hotbar. Swap between them with number keys and press a key a second time to unequip while keeping it in the hotbar. You have a keybind to open the appearance menu, where you can change your player model and accessories, perform emotes, and toggle PvP. Another keybind opens your collection book, which tracks your XP in various areas and the milestones you can get, as well as your achievements, separated by area of the game. You have a map keybind that lets you see where players are and teleport around the plaza, which you can also do with the various map displays around the plaza. You also have a keybind to die and respawn, in case you somehow got stuck, or don't want to wait for any drunk effects to wear off, or just want to do something funny. A quick note about communication. You have both text chat and proximity voice chat in all areas of the game. Voice chat is pretty much just push to talk, I don't think there's a toggle, so if you want to voice chat, I suggest remapping the button to one that's easier to press easily. I have it on one of my side mouse buttons. You have a keybind to open the scoreboard menu, which lists all players on the current server and the area they're in. You can change their volumes, mute and or block chat and player models, go to their Steam profile, and more. This menu also lists any current plaza events, such as minigames. Now, let's tour the plaza, starting by going clockwise around the central area. Bowling. It's basically Wii Sports bowling with a mouse, but also with the weird animations you find in bowling alleys. You can buy alternate balls and customize your ball off to the side. This is also one of the 4 locations of Vendy the Soda Machine, who you can buy soda can props from. I'll also mention the first instance of media players, which are found at various places around the plaza. They accept YouTube and SoundCloud links to play videos and music. Laser tag. It's just laser tag. We'll get split into teams with more teams the more players there are. Make sure you know where the charging stations are so you can reload your gun or respawn. Tower Casino. Here's a big one. Gamble your units in a variety of ways, including slot machines, digital games, roulette, blackjack, 5-card draw poker, Texas Hold'em, simulated horse racing, bingo, and spin to win. There's also a secret high roller Texas Hold'em table on the upper level, accessible by jetpack. Volt Nightclub. Submit YouTube and SoundCloud links to listen to music. There's also a bar to buy drink props for your condo or drink them there, some reservable private karaoke rooms, and some pool tables. Skipping over the game world ports, next is Dark Voyage, an on-rails shooter dark ride with horror and time travel themes. Shoot everything you can for points and be aware that a round lasts 10 minutes. Warp Zone Arcade, another big area. Spend your units on arcade tokens to play the various arcade games, including coin pushers, ring tosses, ball tosses, skee ball, and tons more. You'll earn tickets which you'll cash in a ticket eater to add to your total, then spend those at the prize counter. There's also a pizza shop and ice cream shop in here. They're mostly selling condo items. Also, another Vendy the Soda Machine. Trivia. It's in the same building as the arcade. Answer multiple choice and true-false questions from a massive database of community-submitted questions. Topics include general knowledge, books, video games, music, film, TV, science, sports, geography, history, politics, art, and more. Theater. Just like the nightclub, submit YouTube and SoundCloud links to watch on the big screen, though preferably YouTube. You can buy concessions and rent private theaters, and there's another Vendy. We'll check out the Boardwalk next. There's more games here, which also take arcade tokens and give tickets. The tickets are pink, but still add to your total with the ones from the arcade. You can find both Frankie's Grill and Frankie Jr.'s snack bar on the Boardwalk. They just sell some more food props and items. There's Cherries, which sells identical ice cream stuff to the shop in the arcade, and one last Vendy near Frankie Jr.'s. Fresh, a grocery store that sells food-related items for your condo. Cooking supplies and ingredients will be found here when cooking is added. Some of them are already here. Celebrations. Lots of festive and party items are here. This is also where the Halloween and winter holiday shops will set up outside of their events, though I believe you have to experience the events first, and the Halloween shop is a side quest before you can shop there. Typing Derby. This one isn't part of the arcade system, it's free to play and awards units. Type fast and accurately to increase your combo and finish the paragraph first. I hope you like War of the Worlds. Poseidon. It's just a roller coaster, no unit reward for riding, but there's an achievement for riding it 10 times. I'll also mention the Ferris wheel is just there to ride. Bumper cars. It's just bumper cars. You can customize them by buying different patterns, horns, antenna toppers, and lights. Gone fishing. Buy a fishing rod and various types of bait, or just an infinite use lure that doesn't attract rare fish. Also aquariums to store your fish in your condo. There's one shop on the boardwalk and one on the pier behind the Game World ports. You can fish in one of 4 dedicated areas: the water by the boardwalk, the pond by the boardwalk and beach near the Stray, the pier behind the Game World ports, or the pond on the peninsula behind Poseidon. The minigame is fairly intuitive, just keep your mouse in the area to fill the outer catch meter and decrease the inner stress meter. You can keep the fish for your condo or sell them, and you could catch non-fish items. Under the lighthouse is By the Seashore, run by She. She doesn't sell seashells by the seashore, instead she sells aquatic animals as condo pets. These require sea dollars, which are gotten by fishing. We touched on the Stray earlier, it's found at the top of the lighthouse. You can notably buy cat sacks and silver cat sacks, which give random items, including the next tier of cat sack, and size potions to change your size. Cat sacks can be opened by placing them in your condo and interacting with them. Oasis. This is found near the Stray and sells mostly inner tube cosmetics, but also beach and tiki furniture. Nearby is the Minigame Arena, just behind the tower. This is where minigame events are held, and you'll participate by entering the arena, which sometimes teleports you to another area for the minigame. You can also be teleported here by any of the teleporters that open up around the plaza when a minigame is active. There's shooting games, jumping games to collect items, chainsaw deathmatches, games to break stuff, and more. Some are exclusive to holiday events, but most of those are reskins of year-round games. Finally, we can look at the tower and the stores around it. Let's start on the side to your right when you climb the escalators. Tower Threads. You can buy tons of cosmetic accessories like hats, neckwear, backwear, and more. There's also XX Fair XX's customization station, where you can buy profile backgrounds and sprays. Some items in most of these shops require achievements or milestones before you can buy them. Vroom Speed Auto Dealership. Just some vehicle props for your condo so far. It's more recent and I'm sure there'll be more added. Maybe more drivable vehicles? Songbirds. This has playable instruments like guitars and pianos, and lots of music related props like diffuser panels and speakers. The Toy Stop. Lots of game related items like working dice, throwable balls, Lego-like furniture, RC vehicles, toys, ball tubes, a pool table, and working emulators utilizing Live Retro, but you'll need to get the ROMs and some BIOS files yourself. They have the cores for various arcade machines, Nintendo home consoles up to the 64, most Sega systems, PlayStation 1 and 2, Atari, Commodore 64, Neo Geo, Nintendo handhelds up to 3DS, PSP, the frickin' Virtual Boy, MS-DOS, and more. Seasons. On top of those last 3, this has lots of nature items like rocks and plants, and lots of outdoor furniture. Now for the stores on your left when you exit the escalators. DIY. This sells lots of primitives, canvas objects, doors and frames, panels, portals and teleporters, particle emitters, workshop furniture, and more to build your condo how you want. Canvas items accept links to images on the internet to display, and workshop furniture pulls models from the workshop. I'll touch on those more in the condo section. Sweet furnishings. Lots of standard furniture like chairs, tables, couches, beds, counters, shelves, and more. Tucked in the back is Horizon Condos, where you can buy more condo maps to build on. Everyone gets the standard condo for free, but you can buy the original Gmod Tower condo, renamed Suite, a suburban house, a skyscraper high-rise, the entire Gmod Tower Plaza map, a completely flat plane, and more. Rob's Imports. I mentioned getting a jetpack from here, but Rob's has a ton of miscellaneous items. Lots of strange junk, antiques, and stuff that just doesn't really fit anywhere else. Central Circuit. This has lots of electronics and appliances. TVs and other media players which play YouTube and SoundCloud links, kitchen equipment, security systems, lots of lighting, and more. You can also buy a media player remote here, which lets you activate media players from a distance. Back in the tower proper, there's an elevator taking you up to the roof. At the top is Project 12, a bar to buy alcoholic drink props from. Hidden around the other side of the roof is Calabre's Wares, which sells duplicates of milestone reward items, Game World props, and Slaughterday Night Live weapons. Now that we've covered all the Plaza stores, I'll let you know that you don't have to go to them all in-game. Because you might need an item for your condo and not want to head back to the plaza, you can buy items from most stores on Tower Express at express.towerunite.com. Just log in with your Steam account and you can browse the catalogs of most of the Plaza stores and buy items in bulk. Keep in mind that it doesn't carry items from the arcade prize counter, By the Seashore, the Stray, Horizon Condos, the Bowling Shop, Tower Threads, or the holiday event stores, and it only carries placeable items for condos. Random events will happen around the plaza in different parts of the year. Minigames can be found at the Minigame Arena, and treasure from sea will spawn on the beaches. There will be character visits during Anniversary, Summer, Halloween, and Winter Holiday, where characters will give you a random item. The character will be in a random location, in front of the casino and laser tag, between bowling and Central Circuit, between the theater and Toy Stop, on the Boardwalk corner, on the Boardwalk beach, in the corner near bumper cars and the Ferris wheel, to the right of Dark Voyage, or on the roof by Project 12. Some events are collectathons, and will mostly spawn their items around the main tower and boardwalk, less around the center of the plaza. I mentioned seasonal events earlier, let's talk about those. There are 3 major seasonal events throughout the year. Each of these 3 has special coins to obtain. You can get one in each span of so many minutes starting at the top of the hour with any unit or ticket payout, except the casino. It's a bit complicated, so I'll give an example. When you hit noon, a new span for a coin starts. Play a game and get a payout to get it. Say the event has 5-minute spans. At 12:05, the next span starts, and you can get your next coin. In the next span, you could wait until 12:14 to get the coin, then immediately get another at 12:15. Remember, you need to get payouts mostly from minigames, arcade games, or even game worlds. As for the events, Halloween lasts from mid-October to mid-November and drops ghoul coins in 5-minute spans, but switches to 3 minutes starting around October 31st. You can spend them at the Ghoul Tree store, but you'll first need to complete a side quest to unlock the store. You can find Little Pup in the center of the hedge maze that appears off the beach during this event. Winter Holidays last from early December to early January and drops holiday coins in 6-minute spans, which can be spent at Santa's Workshop. Tower Unite Anniversary starts in April and usually lasts until sometime in May. During this time, almost all seasonal plaza events can happen, from Halloween, winter holidays, Easter, and summer. Easter is pretty much just part of the anniversary due to the time overlap. Anniversary coins drop in 4-minute spans and can be spent at anniversary celebrations, which also sells Ghoul Tree store and Santa's Workshop items for anniversary coins. However, I suggest dedicating your anniversary coins to anniversary items and buying them during this event, as anniversary celebrations is not available outside the event like the Ghoul Tree store and Santa's Workshop are. And that's the whole plaza. There's a lot to do in just this one area, and some secrets and stuff I didn't cover. For instance, did you know there's a monorail tram going around the plaza? Of course you didn't, literally nobody uses it. Poke around and see what secrets you can find. Some of them give achievements. Since I spent so long talking about stores to buy stuff for your condo, let's talk about those next. You can make your own condos or enter other players online. There's a door to the Condo Hub in the center tower across from the elevator to the roof, or you can access it from the main menu. In the Condo Hub, you can see a list of currently public condos and click on them to be teleported to their doors to enter, or just find a door and enter. Warning: since this is player-created content, you should be warned about the potential dangers. Tower Unite allows a lot of free mini-condos, especially with the use of canvases to display any image from the internet. Yes, NSFW is allowed, though if your condo has it, you should mark it as mature, which will hide it from the list for anyone who has the mature condo setting disabled. However, the doors to mature condos will still be present in the Condo Hub. Upon entering a public condo, you'll get a pop-up about allowing canvases, and you can choose to allow once, allow always from the condo's owner, deny once, or deny always from the condo's owner. You can change these permissions in your settings at any time. However, due to risks with people not following the rules of labeling, I cannot in good conscience recommend that those under 18 enter public condos, unless you are absolutely sure they have no NSFW content. There are some trusted players and groups that should be fine, but join randos at your own risk. With that warning out of the way, let's talk about making your own condo. You can enter any of the condo maps you have unlocked. The basic condo is unlocked by default, most are bought at Horizon Condos, and the Ice Moon is a rare prize from one of the spin-to-win wheels at the casino. Before entering a condo, you can set the name, maximum player count, whether it has mature content, and whether to open to the public, just friends, or only yourself. These options will show up every time you enter one of your own condos. You can have one of each condo map at a time, and they will save. Once inside your condo, you can drag and drop items from your inventory to place them down. You can drag them around and they'll snap to surfaces, or you can click to access a more precise menu for moving, rotating, and scaling. Items can clip into each other with no problem. Right-click on an item for more options. Most have editable colors or some other attribute. You will need to own as many copies of an item as you want to place, but that limit is per condo. You can own 10 wall clocks, place all 10 in the suite map, then go into your high-rise map and place all 10 again. If you want to remove an item, you can right-click and select Stash, or drag it back into your inventory. You can customize more parts of the condos themselves as well. Most surfaces like floors, walls, and ceilings can have their materials and colors changed. There's a large library of materials in various categories like wood, concrete, plaster, and more, and their footstep sounds will change too. A bunch of the materials have a world align setting, which will let them more easily tile at a consistent size. You can also disable some elements of the base map, such as some trees and railings, and edit built-in lights. Let's talk some more customizable stuff with canvases and workshop furniture. Canvas objects accept an image link from the internet, PNG, JPEG, or BMP, which will then be displayed. Due to images sometimes disappearing, it's recommended to use an image host to have them available effectively forever. People used Discord in the past, but they made it so image links get scrambled every so often. I highly recommend using imgbox.com, which has free, unlimited, private image storage that never expires. Simply upload your images, grab the link, and paste it into the canvas object. Canvas primitives only can also use the built-in materials for condo surfaces. Then there's workshop furniture, which can pull models from the Steam Workshop. There's also workshop emulators so you can apply custom models to those, and physics workshop items to have custom physics objects. For more condo customization, you have the Tower Glove, which has a lot of functions. You can duplicate items with their attributes, so you can place multiple of customized item, or apply those attributes to more of the same item. You can quickly scale items, stash them back in your inventory, transform them, lock them from being edited, and remove their collision. The Targeter tool helps change the destination of teleporters, or change the length and positions of string-like items such as lights, chains, or garland. I skipped one of the Tower Glove tools. Let's briefly talk about Condo I/O. Next to your inventory tab is a Condo I/O tab, which has lots of interaction stuff to place in your condo. You can play switches, emitters, hidden seats, floating text, logic gates, modules, movers, volumes, spawn points, pickups, detectors, and more. The connection tool of the Tower Glove will help you connect items together, like using switches to toggle lights or doors. Condo I/O can get pretty complex, but you can make some crazy stuff. Use the tooltips and stuff in the game, but you might need tutorials for more advanced stuff. There's even more stuff to edit with condos, like player permissions, day-night cycle and weather, and more. These can be found in a tab on the scoreboard menu. You can also save snapshots here and swap between them as a way to have multiple condos on the same map. You can just only have one active at a time. Condos are fairly easy to learn, but have a lot of depth to make something amazing. Of course, you can just keep it simple. It's your condo after all. The last major part of Tower Unite is game worlds. There are currently 7 more fleshed out games to play in a variety of genres, with 3 more planned. You can access these from the main menu or the game world ports. They're accessible through both the ports directly in the Plaza or a separate server for just the ports. You can also buy some cosmetics for a few of the games at the ports, though many need to be unlocked with milestones or achievements. Minigolf. It's just Minigolf. It's like golf with your friends, but that was like Gmod Tower's Minigolf. Tower Unite Minigolf also has Steam Workshop support for new courses, and the tools to easily make your own Minigolf courses. You can buy cosmetics in the ports, with alternate balls, trails, and hole-in-one effects. Ball Race. It's kinda like Monkey Ball, but you just roll around instead of tilting the course. Probably for the best because you can play multiplayer with a bunch of people at once. Collect stuff and race the goal without falling or popping. This one also has workshop maps, and its own cosmetic store to buy ball shapes, glass, materials, and alternate pickups instead of the default melons. Slaughterday Night Live. SDNL for short is a crazy arena FPS with fast movement and tons of weapons and game types. You've got melee weapons like swords and chainsaws, normal guns like revolvers and assault rifles, special ranged weapons like crossbows and a gravity glove, and rare crazy OP weapons like explosive launchers, giant lasers, and a bowling ball launcher. There's currently 13 game types, at least listed on the wiki, with conditions to get the most kills, cycle through every weapon on your list in gun game, capture the flag, and more with different gimmicks. This game also has workshop map support. Virus, a tense first-person shooter with tag elements. One player is selected at random to be the first infected, and they have to infect everyone else, while everyone else tries to survive. You get random weapons every round, and limited ammo with no refills. There's also a PvE mode where you just fight off hordes of infected that can be played single player. This game also has workshop maps. Little Crusaders, a novel asymmetric multiplayer game returning from Gmod Tower, where it was called Ultimate Chimera Hunt and had the pig masks from Mother 3 trying to shut down the Ultimate Chimera. In the copyright-friendly remake, a bunch of stubby knights have to slay a player-controlled dragon by pressing the button on its back, but they can't fight and the dragon has plenty of moves to use. Halfway through a round, the burb will spawn, and the knights can throw it to stun the dragon, or kill it if it's hit with the burb a second time. However, the dragon can scare and kill the burb. This game also has workshop maps and a cosmetic shop with alternate skins, buttons, roar effects, and hats, all for your dragon. Zombie Massacre. This is a top-down twin-stick shooter. Select one of 6 classes, each with unique items to place down and powers to activate with combos. You'll have to survive 6 rounds, the first 5 with hordes of enemies, and the last one with a boss. Enemies can drop more powerful unique weapons with limited uses. You'll get points during each round, which you can spend on upgrades between rounds. If you die, you'll lose a life and have to respawn. If you die with no lives left, you'll become a zombie until a player kills you, then you'll revive. If all players go down with no lives left, the game's over. This game also has workshop maps. Accelerate, a kart racer, like Mario Kart but without as many features. It might feel more similar to some other kart racer, but I've never played anything other than Mario Kart, and besides, the items are clearly Mario Kart inspired. There's no tricks, but there's drifting and items. It's a bit bare bones right now, but still fun. Currently no workshop courses and no cosmetic shop, though both are planned. However, Accelerate does have support for workshop vehicles, letting you select a custom modeled ride, many of which utilize different poses for your characters for stuff like hoverboards. Again, there are 3 more game worlds planned. Death Run, self-explanatory, Planet Panic, some kind of team-based collecting game which was previously in the game but removed, and a horror game world that we still don't know much about, but its scope has grown. The current games still get updated with new maps and changes, each with new achievements, so keep checking back for new experiences. And that should finally be everything. You should now know all you need to know to get started with the 3 pillars of Tower Unite: Plaza, Condos, and Game Worlds. There's plenty of more detailed stuff I didn't get into, and maybe some simpler things I just forgot about, so I recommend also looking around to other YouTube tutorials, Steam guides, the official subreddit r/TowerUnite, the Pixeltail Games forums at forums.pixeltailgames.com, and the wiki at towerunite.wiki.gg. And you should be able to figure out a lot of things on your own. The game is fairly intuitive and explains a lot. Tower Unite is a great game that I can't recommend enough. You're sure to get your money's worth with hours upon hours of content and enjoyment. And play with friends! My friends don't play, yet, but I'm sure it'd be much more fun with friends. But whether alone or with friends, Tower Unite is still the ultimate online party. #not sponsored. I'm the Geeky Gamer. See ya!